Right. As I said earlier, before I hand over to the chairman, there is one issue that I'd like to address, on which I believe there's been a fair amount of misreporting, and that is the timing of Graham's appointment and the timing of the announcement. I think it's fair to say that ever since Roland became chairman 14 years ago, he's always had this belief and dream that the best manager for Shrewsbury Town would be Mr. Graham Turner. Over the years they've had a number of chats, and Graham has always made it clear that he was totally committed to Hereford United. Graham, or before I carry on with that, last season we were totally committed to getting promotion from the Football League, and we did our best to give Paul every support to do that. When it became clear that we could not reach the playoffs, there was a feeling amongst our fans that we hadn't reached the standards that they expected, and therefore on the 30th of April the decision was taken to seek a change of direction. It was only after that date that the chairman, having become aware that Graham wanted a new challenge in football, it was only after that that the chairman, on behalf of the board, approached Graham about joining the club. Of course, at that stage, he hadn't disposed of his shares, so we did, in fact, consider other candidates. Our overriding choice, and we make no apology for it, was if Graham became available, we wanted him here unanimously as a board as the new manager of Shrewsbury Town. So obviously we had to give time, and wanted to give time, to see whether Graham could dispose of his shares. He had a press conference last Friday, and he introduced a new chairman. It was only yesterday that he came into the club and finalised the agreement with the chairman, and therefore the deal only became signed and sealed on yesterday. So I just wanted to make that clear before we start. Thank you. Chairman?
Yeah, thank you, Keith. Any questions that you have for me? But I guess everyone is here to meet the new manager. I'd like to hand you over to Graham Turner.
Questions?
Okay.
No.
Very
Go.
good. Thank you.
Hi Graham, James Garrison, Shropshire Star. Welcome back. How does it feel to be back here?
I'm delighted to come back. I've obviously been committed to Hereford United for 15 seasons. That's a long time in football management. I felt the time was right for a change, and I'm absolutely delighted to be given the opportunity to come back to Shrewsbury and hopefully take them forward. We had a great time last time I was here, but circumstances have obviously changed considerably, and notably the new setup here and the facilities that are available to the manager, and I think that should give me a decent grounding, a decent basis to perhaps be able to push for a place amongst the promotion contenders.
Did you ever think 26 years ago when you walked out the door you'd be walking back in as a manager again?
They say never go back. I enjoyed such a good time here. I think I've got the respect from the majority of supporters, but it was circumstances that I couldn't turn down. I did enjoy living here, I did enjoy my time here, and I hope to replicate some of the achievements that we got to in all those years ago, late 70s, early 80s. And when I recollect the sort of teams that were around us, where we finished up with the Chelseas and West Hams and teams of that nature, it'd be nice to think we could do it again. But the game has changed. Money is the biggest factor in it now. I think there are still fairy tales when you look at Scunthorpe up in the Championship, Blackpool going into the Premiership. I think the feeling around the club is that they could maintain a Championship side. I think there are going to be certain pressures on me because of the expectations of supporters. Those expectations have got to be managed. It's not going to be easy, but I just feel that it's a club that can go forward and can play at a higher level. I don't know the playing staff currently too well. Obviously played against them over the last few seasons, and one or two I know better than others. And it would be a time for assessment when we first come in, first start training, probably on the 1st of July. And then we'll take stock. I'm aware that the team needs perhaps a little bit more pace, and the loss of your main striker is a blow. But I'm optimistic that we can bring the sort of players in to strengthen the already adequate players that we've got here to push for promotion. There can be no promises in the game, but there will be a lot of hard work, a lot of endeavour, and a style of play that we want to get the ball down and pass it. We've done that at Hereford over a period. It was good enough to get us into the First Division, and I think that feeling towards the way the game should be played will continue.